Mathias, and for all the editors at Motor Trend magazine, welcome to another edition of Motor Trend Television. We're glad you've joined us. Today we're going to compare three sporting sedans from around the globe, an old friend from BMW, and new challengers from Cadillac and Infiniti, and later the debut of an American-made supercar, the awesome Saleen S7. That and more, right now on Motor Trend Television. Choosing that first sports sedan is an important step for drivers who want their wheels to make a personal statement. For years, the BMW 3 Series has been an obvious choice, but for 2003, Cadillac and Infiniti have fielded new challengers. We compared these three side by side to see which deserves your hard-earned dollars. For rising stars with one foot planted midway up the corporate ladder, the BMW 3 Series has long been the aspirational vehicle of choice. But for 2003, two serious new contenders are making a bid to wrest that reputation from the German car maker, the Cadillac CTS and the Infiniti G35. These young upstarts are ready and willing to challenge the BMW 330i's status as the benchmark in the sports sedan category.
These are the ones that are going to get your foot in the door, get you that feeling of, hey, I finally made it.
BMW earned its reputation the old-fashioned way by building great cars, stylish, comfortable, sufficiently isolated, yet rewardingly agile and forgiving. Their engines are smooth, torquey, sound great, and somehow always seem more muscular than their specifications might suggest. With all this going for it, BMW has needed only small evolutionary changes to stay well ahead of the pack, but now the pack is catching up. Introducing the two challengers, one Japanese, the other American. Cadillac makes no secret of its intent to position its all-new mid-size 2003 CTS as the cutting-edge American equivalent of BMW's 5 Series with a 3 Series price tag. It even enlisted the help of GM Europe's Opel brand in tuning the car's new rear-wheel drive platform, suspension, brakes, transmission, and steering. Cadillac's goal for the CTS was to deliver the best of European caliber performance and build quality while maintaining some of its American reputation for luxury. Our 3.2-liter, 220-horsepower V6 CTS was base priced at $29,350. Its many standard features include leather upholstery, a four-way programmable leather steering wheel, a driver-programmable systems and trip computer, and OnStar with 1 year of free service. Options like a luxury package, Bose audio system, Hydromatic 5-speed automatic transmission, and heated front seats brought our total MSRP to just over $35,000. The 2003 Infiniti G35 is also all new, has no relation to the G20, and, like Cadillac, makes no bones about going after BMW. The mid-size G35 is powered by a 3.5-liter, 260-horsepower V6. Although base priced at just over $27,000 for a cloth interior model with no options available, our leather upholstered G35, with a base price of $28,950, was still the least expensive of our contenders. With upgrades like a moonroof, xenon headlights, plus aero and sports suspension packages, our as-tested sticker remained the lowest of the group at a little over $34,000. BMW's 2002 330i demonstrates this year's evolution of the 3 Series sedan, chiefly with its subtle exterior freshening, as well as in tweaks to the steering and suspension, and newly optional Goodyear run-flat tires. Base price for this 3-liter, 225-horsepower inline-6 is $33,990. Standard equipment includes a Harman Kardon sound system, power front seats, a leather multifunction steering wheel, trip computer, and 3-year, 36,000-mile, no-cost scheduled maintenance, something the Cadillac and Infiniti don't offer. Options include the cold weather and premium packages and a Steptronic 5-speed automatic transmission, bringing the as-tested total to over $41,000, the heftiest price tag in this three-way comparison. But pricing and content are just part of the picture. Performance is the bottom line, so we took the BMW and its challengers to our Motor Trend test track to get some real-world numbers. First, the acceleration test. We've always loved the BMW 6s, and they seem to keep getting sweeter, stronger, and smoother. Our radar gun clocked the 330i's 0 to 60 run at 6.7 seconds. The quarter mile took 15 seconds flat at just over 95 miles an hour. Though the Cadillac CTS has a quick off-the-line feel, its heaviest of the group curb weight would seem to stack the cards against it. But it came in not far off the 330i's numbers, with a 0 to 60 time of 6.9 seconds and a 1/4 mile in 15.2 seconds at 90.7 miles an hour. With the largest displacement and horsepower in the group, we anticipated good performance from the G35's 3.5-liter V6, but it surpassed our expectations.
The biggest surprise of the bunch was definitely the G35. Everybody had high hopes with this new V6. They knew it was going to be powerful. We didn't realize how fast and how powerful it was. 6.2 seconds to 60 not only betters the benchmark BMW, but it sets a new high water mark in the entire category.
And with a quarter-mile run of just 14.61 seconds at 95.67 miles an hour, our scorecard had round one going to the Infiniti, followed by the BMW, with the Cadillac close behind. The rest of our performance sedan comparison is coming up later. We introduced our three sports sedan competitors earlier in the show. The perennial favorite BMW 330i, the all-new Cadillac CTS, and the new Infiniti G35. Here's the rest of our comparison and our pick for the all-around best of this test. The results of our acceleration trials were now in the database, with the Infiniti G35 on top. But our track testing wasn't over. Next, our standard 60 miles an hour to 0 braking test. The brakes on the Cadillac CTS are appropriately strong and squeeze the car to a stop in 128 feet. That number managed to nose out the BMW 330i, which stopped in 129 feet. But it was the stopping power of the Infiniti's brakes that really impressed us.
Well, we expected mid 120 foot range, 120, 125 feet from this sort of category, these sports sedans. There was one standout of the group. Again, it was the G35. 110 feet from 60 miles an hour puts it right on par with, say, a Porsche 911, even a Ferrari stops in about 110 feet. So that was absolutely shocking.
Another round of testing went to the G35, with the CTS coming in second and the 330i a close third. The 600-foot slalom course quickly shows which vehicles can back up a claim of high-performance handling. While the CTS is the closest a Cadillac has come to riding and handling like a BMW, it still falls a little short. The CTS covered the course at 61.3 miles an hour, compared to the 330i's figure of 61.9 miles an hour. In all fairness to BMW, we recorded better results from the 330i in slalom testing earlier this year. We think this model's optional tires are the reason why.
They're run-flat tires, they're EMT tires, which in my mind don't tend to belong on a sports sedan. They really sort of took the edge off of what I expected the BMW to handle like. And in the opposite court, we've got the Infiniti with really dedicated rubber, and the handling was far superior than what we expected. And it raised the bar in the slalom test to almost 66 miles an hour, which no one expected at all.
Slalom Series honors went to the G35, followed by the 330i with the CTS in third place. The final category in our three-way face-off was styling, admittedly the most subjective of all. Inside and out, the 330i is handsome, well-proportioned, and certainly underscores BMW traditions. But the design may be getting tired.
That body style has been around for at least 4 years. They gave it a little freshening this year. New headlamp treatment, little grille treatment. And in our eyes, it's starting to look a little bit dated.
We discovered that the new art and science look of the Cadillac CTS exterior was very polarizing. Some people liked it a lot, and some didn't care for it at all. But the inside of the CTS was another matter.
The thing that I like most about the Cadillac has to be the interior. The interior is really clever. It's got a lot of wonderful programmable buttons on the steering wheel. The volume, it's actually a wheel rather than a toggle switch, which makes perfect sense. Pretty attractive too. I like the different textures and things.
But in our eyes, Infiniti scored the highest marks for its styling.
The absolute best looking one, I think, of the three is the G35. It's got that real long, organic, sloping hood with pretty pronounced eyeballs, but not quite as square and outlandish as the CTS. I think the styling is fantastic. It's a fresh, beautiful design that doesn't look sort of cobbled together.
So, which car gets the nod in our three-way face-off? At the end of the day, we found all of them to be worthy sedans that deliver most of what they promise, and each will have its fans. But we give our thumbs up to the Infiniti G35.
You've got great handling, great looks, great price. So for our money, that would definitely be the choice.
The moral of this story is that if you leave a large enough target exposed for a long enough time, somebody with big aspirations and a fistful of darts is bound to hit a bullseye. This year, it's the Infiniti G35. But even this car isn't perfect yet.
There's one thing on my wish list that would make the G35 even better than it already is. It would be to put a manual transmission in it. Currently, it's got a 5-speed automatic. They say next year or a year and a half from now, it'll get a 6-speed manual. Once that happens, you'll have everybody chasing it down the block.
That's the end of this edition of Motor Trend Television. For all the facts and figures on what you've seen in today's show and more, pick up a copy of the new issue of Motor Trend magazine on newsstands now, or join us online at motortrend.com. I'm John Mathias, and for all of us at Motor Trend, thanks for watching. Tune in again for the next Motor Trend Television.